All right, everyone. So one of the most anticlimactic things has been the Bloodline storyline as of late, right? Because what was the biggest storyline in wrestling for quite some time, and going into this year, I thought, man, people don't even get it. There was so much here. You add The Rock in, this could be huge, right? Not already was the biggest storyline for 2 years, but it can continue. And then out of nowhere, it just kind of disappeared, right? It's not that it's not there, but it's nowhere near as big, right? It's nowhere near as important. However, and this is from TGR Wrestling, surprise, the Bloodline WWE storyline isn't over yet. So this is an article citing something said by Solo Sikoa recently. Here's what he said. Solo Sikoa says the Bloodline is still in its third innings. Solo recently appeared in an interview with WrestleZone where he confirmed that he was not done with the other half of his family. In fact, he said they had barely scratched the surface. Everybody thought the Bloodline story was done. Me and Roman fought and they thought it was done. But we were just getting started. I'm not even done yet. I'm not close to being done. I don't know if anyone remembers Paul Heyman saying it's still the third inning. It's the third inning. So when I first saw the quotes, I jumped out of my chair a little bit because I was so excited for this. Because this has been part of my issue with the Bloodline storyline as of late. Is I just felt there was so much left. Like I just when we talk about Roman Reigns and who he could fight next, and look, I love the WrestleMania match. Don't get me wrong, I loved everything they've done, but the fact that The Rock wasn't involved, right? The Rock was pushing his weight around, trying to make sure that he was fighting Roman at last WrestleMania. Cody obviously is what the fans wanted, so the fans get involved and put a stop to that. But then it's like, okay, you already had the Cody match. Now we actually want that Rock Roman match, right? Now build to that, and the Bloodline storyline was the perfect way to get there, and then it all kind of fell apart, right? Like none of it, there's just none of that. There's no even hint of it. So to hear Solo say that yes, the Bloodline's not done, we're still in the beginning stages, is truly a wonderful thing because there is so much here. Look, Solo's talented, Jacob Fatu's talented, every member of the Bloodline, I can't think of one that's not talented, right? And that isn't worthy of having good feuds. And I think Solo is really leaning into his character. Obviously a lot of the hype is surrounding Jacob Fatu, but Solo is leaning into his character. And I do think this new version of the Bloodline they've created is really, really something, right? It's really one of those things where you look at them and you go, yeah, they are kind of badass, right? They are kind of they are a tough faction, right? They remind you of that. You got all these big dudes now. It feels like every week we're getting a new guy. Like these are all really, really, really cool things. So this is exciting to me to know it's in the third inning, and I do hope that it ends with Roman and Rock at a WrestleMania because the problem was not that we don't want Roman versus The Rock. It's that we didn't want it at that point. You had very little build to it. We wanted Cody versus Roman. But we do want Rock versus Roman at some point, and you can make that happen. I just hope they figure it out, because as of late, WWE has done such a good job telling a lot of stories, but there's been these misses due to whether it's the John Cena heel turn, like as cool as that was and as amazing as it was, and I loved every second of it. The fact that that heel turn was kind of lessened because of The Rock and Travis Scott supposed to be a part of it, and then they're not. Like, what would have happened if Cody had turned heel and The Rock wasn't there? These are really big deals that, yes, the WWE has dodged them, right? They've been able to overcome them. Like, I mean, it's amazing how they make a heel turn for John Cena and they're able to turn him back to a baby face in such great fashion. Then you have the Lesnar, like everything they've done has been phenomenal. But that's dangerous. I mean, you're playing with one of the best wrestlers in history, right? And you're playing with his with his baby face heel, and you don't have a story that is locked in, right? It's not like an injury happened. Before you threw Travis Scott, before you threw The Rock into this major storyline, you have to know those two are going to be able to be there and they're going to be able to deliver. And the fact that they weren't is scary. So that's why I think when we're talking about the Bloodline, right, this is a story that continues to deliver. This is a story that we know these guys are going to be in the company. So keep it up, right? Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think about this. I hope this is true because I think there is so much left to do. There is so much more that they could be doing, and they haven't even scratched the surface yet with this bloodline thing, and I think they will. Thank you all for watching.